So if you'd like to start this practice lying on your backs, making yourselves comfortable as you imagine that you're lying on soft sand. And as you lie on soft sand, feeling the imprint in the sand that your body creates. Heels, calf muscles, and coming up the rest of the body until you come to the back of your head. And just taking a moment to notice how you feel this morning. If you feel heavy or if you feel tired, or if you feel light and buoyant, and where in the body you feel these sensations. And noticing the quality of your breath. The way it comes into and moves your body. And as you breathe your individual breath with your body, with your lungs, maybe you can have a sense of the atmosphere in the room, a sense of breathing with the room, with the day. And do, if you'd like to, make any intention for your class. A particular quality you'd like to bring in. And then bending your knees up so that your feet are standing on the floor. And beginning to press both feet in the floor, into the sand. And as you press your feet into the sand, lifting your hips up in the air slowly as you lift your arms over your head to the floor behind you. Full breath in, and then use the breath out to gently come back. Arms come with you, bone by bone. Your spine finds the mat. And come into your own rhythm with this very simple moving bridge, which begins to warm us up, but most importantly for now, it brings a fuller breath that you feel into the chest. Really feel the imprint of your feet. And then next time you come up, staying up, maybe drawing your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Take a breath in, and with your body still up, exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Maybe your fingertips can touch your ankles. Maybe you can interlace your hands underneath the back to draw the shoulder blades together. And take your chin up to the ceiling so you have space in your throat, and take 5 breaths, strong and free and buoyant in your bridge pose. So you should be using the strength of your legs, your quadriceps and your hamstrings are working as a pair of muscles here. Take one more full breath in. And then spread your shoulder blades on the mat like wings of a butterfly, and exhale, come all the way down, bone by bone. Inhaling, slide your hands up your thighs so they reach your knees, and exhale, bring your knees in towards you. And then inhale, straighten your arms, your legs move away. And exhale, draw your knees in towards you. And inhale again. And exhale, draw your knees in towards you and have a little circle of your knees in one direction. We're just having a little soothing circle over our sacroiliac joints, our sacrum. And then circling in the opposite direction. Fantastic. Take a breath in as you draw your knees in towards you, and exhale. Can you lift your head to reach your knees and hold your feet so that you really draw yourself into a lovely tight little ball? Lovely. Take another breath in, really draw in. So good for the spine. And then gently unfurl, take your feet to the floor. And we're going to do something a little bit unusual we haven't done before. I'd like you to lift your left arm, take your palm to the ceiling, and then bend the elbow and bring the left palm by your ear on the floor. So your fingertips are pointing in towards your shoulders. The heel of your hand is pointing away from you. So it's as if you were going to do a full wheel pose, but just on one side. But your right arm is relaxed by your side. I want you to really spread your fingers and make a print with your left hand. And then begin to push into the left hand. And you might find as you do this, you might like to push for a couple of seconds and then release. You might find that as you do this, that you feel strength gathering in the left arm. But you begin to peel your left ribs and shoulder a little off the floor. Breathe as you do this. It doesn't matter if your head moves to the right as you do this. You're trying to push or peel your body from the left over, so you tilt a bit to the right. Just working the left arm. Just take a few more. It's slightly strange, but I think it's a lovely way of gathering strength into one arm, upper body at a time. See how you're getting on. Beautiful. Really push the palm into the floor. See what you can peel off. So, Gila, your hand's the wrong way around. The fingertips come in towards your shoulder. Yeah, exactly. So maybe you can feel your ribs. Lovely, Jane. Okay, and then let go on that side. Release the left arm down beside you. And then we'll take the right arm. So you just lift up, first of all, turn the fingertips away from you as you curl the hand around by your shoulder on the floor. So fingertips in towards the shoulder. Really spread the fingers and make a nice imprint with that hand. And then begin again. Now, of course, you might find you push into the feet a little, but most of the emphasis The leverage is through the right hand, and see how much of the right side of the body you can feel. And it's absolutely fine to tilt your head over to the left as you peel the right side of the body off the mat. Breathe and feel the right ribs, the right lung. Maybe you can even feel your right hip, buttock. But your elbow is pushing up towards the ceiling. Okay, let's release. And take a moment with both arms by the sides. You might want to have a little circle in your wrists, a little massage of the wrists. And then take your right ankle over your left knee. And take a breath in. And as you breathe out, draw your legs in towards you. Your hands are on the floor. And then breathing in, drop the left foot. And breathe out, draw your legs in towards you. Take a breath in as you drop. And this time, draw your legs in towards you. And we're going to stay, taking the right hand through the gap in between the legs to hold on to the left hand, either behind the left thigh or over the shin. So this is pigeon on the back. And I'd like you to make sure that your head isn't tilting back. So you need to take something under your head to create a length in the back of the neck. And keep your left foot really relaxed as you draw your right toes towards your knee. And then draw your knees a little bit in towards you, pushing the right knee away. And breathe space in. So some of you have got your legs crossed. It's only the right ankle over the left knee. Only the ankle. And the right hand goes through the gap in between the legs. Yeah. Right hand through the gap in between the legs. Left hand holds onto the right hand. Take your left hand outside the left leg. Outside the left leg. And clasp the right hand either under on the back of the left thigh or over the shin. Have a look at what I'm doing. If you've not done this before. And take a few breaths in, really separating your sitting bones and flattening your lower back on the floor. This gets right into the hips. Gets right into the piriformis, the gluteal muscles. Take a full breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your head and your legs in towards each other. So you come right back into that little curled up bundle. Take another breath in. And then breathe out. Release your arms, but keep your legs where they are. So they're in the air. And take a breath in. And as you breathe out, drop over to the left with your legs. You come into a little twist. Take your head to the right. And allow the spine to gently rotate with your legs kind of crossed into each other a little bit. Relaxing the right shoulder blade, relaxing the neck. If it's right for you, so listen to your body, you might like to stay how you are, or you might like to begin to lengthen the left leg long. Take the right big toe with the left hand and straighten the leg. So we come into more of a fuller deeper twist. It's not necessarily better, it'll depend on your body. If you're in the long-legged twist, bring your attention to the right hip and draw it, the outside right hip, and draw it slightly down towards the end of your mat to create space in the pelvis. And breathe. Both legs are working, you're pushing through the heels if you're in the long-legged version. And for some of you, the hamstrings will be a bit of a resistance here. One more full breath in and a long breath out. And then gently folding your knees if they were long, rolling back onto your back. And taking both legs up to the ceiling. Arms above your head. Heels towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, lift your head to look in between your legs and arms come by the sides. Use your abdominal muscles to do this. Sideways, navel towards the spine. Breathing in, arms come down again, lower the head. And breathe out, do the same thing. Really flatten the back to the floor. Let's do one more, breathing in. And breathing out, draw the side waist down. Navel to the spine, wonderful. Breathing in. And then breathing out, gently bend your knees into your chest. Take your feet to the floor, arms by your sides. And then take your left ankle over the right knee. Flex the foot. Palms are down, breathe in. And as you breathe out, draw your legs in towards you. Breathe in, dip the right foot to the floor. Breathe out, draw your legs in towards you. Lovely. One more time, breathe in, dip the right foot to the floor. And breathe out, draw your legs in towards you. And this time, take your left hand through the gap in between your legs. The right hand comes outside the body and interlaces with the left hand, either behind the thigh or over the shin. So you keep your right foot really relaxed, but you flex the left foot. And breathe and feel sensation probably on the left side of the body. As you draw the legs in towards you, ease the left knee away and have a sense of your sitting bones separating slightly. Long in the back of the neck. Take a full breath in. And then as you breathe out, lift your head and curl yourself into a little ball. Take another breath in. And then gently exhale, release the legs to the floor. Oh no, you don't, excuse me. Just release your head and your arms down in a T shape. You can lift your legs again, excuse me. Take a breath in. And then drop your legs to the right. Head goes to the left. We'll all start here with our knees bent, just to ease the hips and the spine into this twist. And then if it's right for you, only if it's right for you, sliding the right leg long, the left leg long, and holding the left foot with your right hand. But still looking to the left and softening into that left shoulder blade. And pushing through both of your heels. And if you have your leg long, bringing your attention to the left outer hip and just drawing it like a millimetre or two towards the end of your mat. And breathe and find space in this pose. One more full breath in and a long breath out. Bring your head back to neutral, bend your knees again if your legs were long. And come all the way onto your back, but point your feet up towards the ceiling. Arms over your head. I want you to have a sense that you're really reaching through your fingertips as you reach up through your heels. Take a breath in and then breathe out, lift your head, bring your arms with you. And breathe in, release. And breathe out, lift. It's like you're doing, imagine you were standing on your feet, you'd be doing a half forward fold in this right angle. And you draw yourself into a forward fold. Take a full breath in. And then breathing out, bring your arms down by your sides and place your hands underneath your buttocks or underneath your lower back. Palms are facing down. Take a breath in here. Then we're going to hinge the legs down, but allow your upper body and head to come with you. Fantastic. And then come over onto all fours. And we'll take some cat-cow movements, but imagining your neck begins at your hips. Breathing in. Dip the belly, allow the eyes to travel upwards, and then breathing out from the hips, move into your cat pose, looking between your legs, chin to your chest. Come into your own rhythm. Wonderful. And coming to a neutral spine. And as you inhale, lifting the right arm up, follow the hand with the eye, fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale, thread the arm through to the left. Inhale, peel open again. Really feel contact through the whole body. Exhale, peel through. Inhale, come up. Exhale, stay here and come onto your left fingertips. And see if you can spin a little bit more to the right. Take another breath in. And then exhale, thread through again to stay this time. So your weight is on your right shoulder and your head. And it may be you have your left hand by your face or you lift the arm up. So we access the thoracic spine this way. Turn the thumb away and reach over your lower back to the top of your right leg. And you have a choice. You could stay here. You're really looking over your left shoulder, feeling the left shoulder blade carving into the spine here. Some of you might like to take the left leg long, curl the toes under. So you have a little bit more space to roll over the back of your head a bit. Bringing more of the spine into rotation. And some of you might like to see how your balance is as you lift your left leg off the floor. Press the right foot down. Breathe. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, release the left knee down. Whoa, it's quite easy to fall over. Bring your left hand by your face. And then on a breath in, open into that twist again to the right. And breathe, that hand comes down. Hopefully you're beginning to feel a little bit alive in the body this morning. And breathing in, peel open to the left. And breathe out, thread through. And breathe open, peel to the left. And thread through. Peel open to the left. Stay here, breathe out. Come onto your right fingertips. And just see if you can spin a tiny bit more to the left, that lovely space in the left lung. Breathe in. And then thread through. To stay. Maybe you keep your right hand down. Maybe you lift the arm up in the air. Turn the thumb away and reach for the top of your left thigh. Looking over your right shoulder blade working towards the spine. Maybe you lengthen your right leg. Maybe you lift the leg up. Really press the left foot into the floor. And breathe. Allow your strength to distribute through the body, your attention through the body, to find balance, to find steadiness. One more breath in. And then exhaling, drop the right knee, right hand by your face. And inhale, peel open one final time to the left. And then exhale, beautiful. And just briefly come to settle back onto your heels in an extended child's pose. Maybe bring your palms together over your head as you press your elbows into the floor. Breathe here, press the heels of your hands together. As you press the heels of your hands together, what do you feel happening across the back of your ribs? Can you soften in the face? One more breath in. And a long breath out, release the hands. And bring yourself onto your forearms with your hips over your knees. And just for a moment, try and take a cat-cow here with a slightly different range of movement. Some of you might find it gives you a little bit more access into the thoracic spine. Some of you might find it restricted. Okay, and then coming to neutral spine and sliding your feet away into forearm plank. And we really, again, we're strengthening. The front body is condensing into the back body. You're pushing through your heels. And I'm going to leave you to decide if you want to stay here, if you want to drop your knees, or if you want to bring your right forearm across the mat to come into a forearm side plank on the right foot. If you are, lift your hips, push into the forearm and lift towards the ceiling. And breathe. It's as if you're drawing your right side waist in towards the spine. Lovely, beautiful, Lorna. Take a full breath in. And then come back. Anytime you need to, drop your knees. And then come over onto the left side, left forearm across the mat. Lift the right arm, maybe bring it over your head. And lift the side body up towards the ceiling. Breathe the day into the right side. Take a full breath in and then come back to forearm plank. So a little bit of stamina going on here. You can either drop your knees, stay in forearm plank, or come up to full plank. So please listen to your body. You could stay in plank. You could move between forearm plank and plank, coming down on the forearms, coming back up again. A few times. This is when I start feeling like Joe Wicks. Not quite, I don't really feel anything like Joe Wicks. Okay, then from your plank, everyone join me in plank. Bend your knees, take your bottom into the air and meet me in a downward dog. So that was a bit mean. You might have wanted to rest in child. If you do need to, rest and then join me in a downward dog. And in your downward dog, find rest. So you're really quieten in the shoulders and the wrists. You can bend your knees and lift your bottom and then begin to take your heels towards the mat. Breathe. Beautiful. And then looking in between your hands, step your feet forwards. Inhale to your half forward fold. Exhale, hands to your hips. Take another breath in, really strong legs as you find length in the spine. Take an inhale and exhale, come up. Take a moment to feel the body here. Inhaling, lift your arms up, interlace your hands. Exhale, push your hands towards the ceiling. And take a couple of breaths here so that you reach up as you root down through the feet. Tuck the tailbone under. Take a full breath in and then exhale, come over to the right. You can push the left hip to the left. Press into the right foot. Press into the left foot. And really find that lovely side sensation, lateral curve of the spine. Inhale to the top. And then exhale to the left, pushing the right hip away, pressing into both feet equally. And then inhale to the top. And exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Take a moment to feel the body. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, inhale and back so that you can interlace your hands. And first of all, draw them up the spine a little to help you draw the shoulder blades together. And then slide your hands past your tailbone towards your heels. This will open the chest. Take a breath in. Draw your arms away from you if possible. Breathe into the chest. You can take your chin up. But you're tucking the tailbone under, lifting the pubic bone. Take another breath in. And then release the arms, release the shoulders for a moment. Have a little roll. Let's do that again, but this time we come forward. So inhale, find that lovely open chest. Exhale here. Take another breath in. And then with the heart, breathe out, come down. Bringing your arms with you. Pressing into your feet, inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, come all the way down. Really bend in the knees. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, come all the way down. Take a full breath in. And then release your hands to your lower back. Slide them down your legs. And place your hands down and come into downward dog. And feel the upper body now in the downward dog. How does it feel? Can you feel a brightness? Inhale to plank. And exhale, choose your way down to the mat. Maybe you drop your knees or maybe you come down straight as a stick. And we all meet fully prostrate. Arms by your sides, palms are down. On an inhale, you're going to lift everything, your arms, your legs, your head. And exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Really reach your fingertips towards your heels. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift, and if you're happy to, stay here for a few breaths. Really find life in the muscles of your back. Spread your fingers and your toes. Smile your collarbones. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, come down, hands by your ribs. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe here. On the next breath in, lift your right leg up. Really lift it, point the toes. Doesn't matter if your left heel lifts. And exhale, sweep your right foot in between your hands. So find your lunge. Sink into the hips a little. You should be feeling quite a lot of life in the shoulders, around the ribs. See if you can soften here, and then from the ground, inhale, come into a high crescent lunge. And if you need to, you can drop the back knee. Otherwise, take an inhale and bend into the back knee without touching the floor. And exhale, straighten it and open your wings. Inhale, bend it as you lift your arms, your left knee. Exhale, straighten and open your wings. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, both hands around the front foot. Slide that right foot back. Downward dog. Float the left leg up. Point the toes, lift it from the navel. Inhale. And take the left foot in between your hands. And take a moment to really sink into the hips. Lovely. Soft around the shoulders. From the ground up, lift. Inhale, bend into that right knee. It's like you're dipping it to the floor. And then exhale, straighten it and open your wings. Inhale, lift the arms, dip the right knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take another breath in. And then both hands around the front foot. Slide to a downward dog. Remembering you can rest in child's pose whenever you want. Inhale to plank. Really draw yourself forwards. Exhale, choose your way down to the mat. Inhale, find a little cobra now. Peel yourself up, roll the shoulders back, head comes last. And from here, can you come back to a downward dog? Float the right leg up again. Lift it up and bend the knee. So you're peeling open that right hip. Check that your left foot is straight and you're not dumping into the left shoulder. Look under your right armpit. And take the top of your left thigh up and back. Wonderful. And then look forwards. Straighten that right leg and sweep the foot in between your hands. But keep the left hand down. Inhale, we twist to the right. And exhale, take the right hand towards your back foot and then begin to circle in that right arm. Big breaths. Wonderful. Place your right hand by the foot. And then from the ground again, come all the way up, inhale. But this time exhale, take a little twist to the right, strong back leg, both legs, arms are long. So you're looking over your right fingertips. Breathe here. Sweep the right arm back again, inhale. And exhale, take more of an open twist to the left, but bring the left heel down now so you find your warrior two. Your front heel coming into line with the instep of your back foot. Lovely. Take a breath in, really feel long from your left fingertips to your right, and then sweep the right arm over the left for either half or whole Garudasana arms. And take a few breaths lifting your elbows to the ceiling, head comes back. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Take another breath in. And then both hands around the front foot, lift the back heel. Come back to downward dog. Lift the left leg up. Bend the knee so you can open that hip. Your right foot is straight. Take the top of the right thigh up and back as you breathe into the left side of the body. Amazing. And then straighten the leg as you look forwards and sweep the left foot forwards. Right hand comes down. Inhale, take your twist to the left. Exhale, sweep the arm behind you. Follow the hands with your eyes as you make lovely big circles. So we're really lifting and moving the energy around the body now. Take a breath in and then exhale, left hand outside the left foot. And come all the way up, inhale. So we're in a high lunge, but then you twist your torso to the left, arms are long, look over your left fingertips, back leg is strong. Fantastic. And then sweep both arms up as you look ahead of you. And then twist to the right, but bring the right heel down. And arrange your feet for warrior two. Now the stay in warrior two, traditional style, or sweep the left arm over the right this time for your eagle arms. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling. So you have such a strength in the lower body and an opening, easing more space into the upper body. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. Take a breath in. And then both hands around the front foot. Come to downward dog. And take 5 breaths. Take a full breath in, and then everybody drop your knees. Just rest on your forearms for a moment with your hips over your knees. And we're going to come into heart melting pose. And for some people, that will mean placing your head on your hands. So you're really dropping the heart towards the floor with your bottom up in the air. Some people will take the arms wide and stretch open. So depending on your shoulders, you need to alter how open your shoulders are. You can take your arms wider or more narrow. And maybe some of you are on your chin, looking towards the end of the mat. Some of you might be on the forehead. I really like to hold on to the outside edges of my mat and to pull. And breathe here. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. And then very gently, very carefully easing your way back into a child's pose of your choice. And can you really let go now, soften the whole body? Soften the forehead, the mouth, the jaws, the shoulders. Come back to yourself. Lovely. And if you'd like to come back onto your forearms, and you could either, your hands could be gently clasped or not. It doesn't matter. They could just be lightly placed on the mat. But I'd like you to make sure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. And just drop your head, relax the neck. And draw your knees a little bit in towards the elbows, but not too far. And curl your toes under. I want you to just imagine you're coming into a downward dog now. So you just begin to take your heels towards the floor. As you straighten your legs, you lift your bottom. And then you drop your knees back to the floor again. And I would like you to keep doing this, but experimenting with how close you bring your knees in towards your arms. And you can even come up and walk your feet in a little bit, but your head is relaxed, your neck is relaxed. And you drop the knees, we don't stay up. So we're coming into a version of Pinchi Mayurasana, the scorpion pose. Well, this is dolphin really when we do this, but eventually you can lift your legs up. But we won't do that right now. Keep going, practice opening the legs, walking your feet further in towards you so that eventually your spine is vertical. So you're not on your hands, you're on your forearms. Otherwise, you're just doing a downward dog. Yeah. And just move in and out. So it's as much about flexibility as it is about gathering strength. That's right. That's great, Gila. Walking your feet in. And then have a rest. Have a rest in child's pose. Let everything go. Drop into your child. Come to your breath. And then if you'd like to come back onto your forearms. Now, if anybody's got any issues with the neck, any damage or pain or anything, please come back to the version we were doing before. So your head is off the floor, there's no pressure on the neck at all. And just play around like that, come back to rest, play around. Or if you'd like to, interlace your hands now. And take the top of your head to the floor, and the back of your head is cradled in your hands. Don't worry, we're not all going to come into a headstand. I just want to come into this rolling motion with the head. So you can roll over your forehead and then roll back. So the back of your head comes into your hands. Just take a little bit of a playing, rolling with the head like this. Really lovely. That's great, Helena. So you're really allowing your shoulders to move as you roll over your head. And then at some stage, when you feel quite long in the back of your neck, and the back of your head is nicely clasped by your hands, not tight, but just warm, curl your toes under and begin to take your heels towards the floor. And just move in and out of this again, dropping your knees, taking your heels towards the floor. And you experiment with how close your knees and your feet come in towards the arms. And this is a great way in towards a headstand. I'm not going to get you to lift your legs today. The next 2 weeks for most of my classes are going to be helping people towards headstand for those who want to come into that. What I'd like you to do, and this is very Pete Blackaby, is not press into the arms, not do all that strength stuff with the upper body, but find stillness so that it's a strength in your legs and your torso that is holding, that's enabling you to lift up. Just take a few more rounds. You're looking for length in the back of your neck. Obviously, if you have a headstand in your practice anyway, then I can't stop you coming up, but I can't take responsibility today. Okay. And then rest in child. Take your knees wide apart. Drop into your hips, your buttocks. Release the shoulders, the forehead, the neck. And some of you might like to take a few deeper breaths and open your mouth on the exhalation to really sigh out any residual tension. And what I'd like to do next week is actually use the wall as a support for both that forearm version and the headstand. In your own time, gently sitting back on your heels, taking a moment just to feel the body before you come into Shavasana. And what you might feel is just like you need a few very gentle neck rotations here. So you could just take your head to one side, back to the center, take your head round to the other side. Maybe circling your head a little, just very delicately into the neck. In one direction and then in the other direction. You might like to interlace your hands behind your head now that you're sitting. And inhale, take your chin towards the ceiling. And exhale, draw your elbows towards each other, chin towards the chest. Very gentle, no yanking. Let's do that 3 or 4 more times. Wonderful. And dropping your hands. So according to my timer, my phone, we only have 2 minutes before 8:30, but I'd really recommend that you come to Shavasana for a minimum of 5 minutes if you have time. Make sure you're warm enough. Do leave and have a lovely day, or stay with me and I'll bring you out at the end of the practice just a couple of minutes later than usual. It's really important that you rest after any yoga practice, but especially when we do inversions like we've been doing. Really allow your shoulder blades to spread on the mat. Find length in the back of the neck. And drop into the body. Sink back into the sand. And allow your breath to settle into feather-light, natural breathing. And give yourself just a little bit more to the earth. Let gravity have you. And of course, please stay for as long as you like. It's great to rest. But if you're ready to move into your day, take a few slightly deeper breaths. Feeling the rise and fall of your abdomen with the breath. Very gently roll your head from side to side, very heavy head. Very slowly massaging the back, the sides of the head. Maybe circle into your wrists, your ankles. Maybe take your arms over your head and have a full body stretch. Feel the whole body alive, and then draw your knees in towards you, wrap your arms around your knees, have a little hug, a little rock around. Till you're ready to roll over to one side. You might like to stay a few breaths on one side, or at some stage you might like to join me in a seated position, eyes closed, hands together in front of the heart space. Just taking note, just observing in your body, in your breath, in your mind, the ways in which you encountered that practice, how it found you. And taking a full breath in towards the heart space and breathing out, allowing your chin to drop. Exhaling completely. And on a breath in, lifting your head gently, opening your eyes into the day. Thank you very, 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 very much for joining me. Namaste.